Battlefield's been in a really strange place for me in the past few years, and I think a lot of gamers would agree with me on that. I think it's for obvious reasons, with Battlefield 5 being a pretty big flop when it launched because of just its disaster of a launch, its horrible marketing, the way that DICE and EA has communicated with their audience and their fan base. Battlefield 5 was just well deserving of the criticism and how poorly it did. Not only that, some of its gameplay changes just really affected the game in a negative way, and just overall made it a mediocre Battlefield experience compared to previous entries. I'm a massive Battlefield fan. I remember way back when Bad Company 2 came out, my friends and I all went to GameStop to pick it up. We all played that together for hours and just was absolutely in love with the game. I remember being absolutely horrible at it, but I was pretty hooked on the franchise. I just really loved Battlefield, and it was starting to kind of take me away from Call of Duty at that time. Battlefield 3 came out and honestly is easily in my top favorite shooters I've ever played. I put so many hours into that game. I just love the scale and the amount of players you could play with, the destruction, that all-out warfare. Man, that game just felt like a freaking war, and I loved it. Battlefield 4 was no different. Battlefield 1 came out and absolutely crushed it as well. I just love that change into a World War I setting. It was just so cool, so epic. They used the same engine they developed for Battlefront, and it just looked so incredible. I have a history with Battlefield, and I am a huge Battlefield fan. So this is kind of a weird one for me because I don't know how I feel about Battlefield 6 being leaked right now. I'm just not as excited as I was before when Battlefield 5 was started to be leaked. When I heard it was leaked to be a World War II, I thought that this is going to be the Battlefield game. I remember playing previous Battlefield games like Battlefield 3 and 4 and just thinking, man, if only we had a World War II Battlefield that looked as good as this, played as good as this, and was just as epic as this, it would just be the greatest thing ever. Anyways, Battlefield 5 came out. We all know how that turned out, and it just left a sour taste in my mouth, and I think in the mouth of millions of other gamers too. And it really just kind of was it felt like the icing on the cake for DICE and EA, and just really, they have a shit reputation for a reason, and Battlefield 5 is a huge cause of that. And so here we are today, and now Battlefield 6 is being leaked. We're seeing a lot of stuff. We got some tweets from Jeff Keighley here, and Jeff is referring to EA's quarterly earnings call and to some stuff that Andrew Wilson said during this event. In one of his tweets, he says, Andrew Wilson, CEO of EA, announced that the next Battlefield will be revealed in June as a true next-generation game. He said to expect epic scale, all-out warfare, and game-changing destruction. Jeff also tweeted, Wilson said he saw the Battlefield reveal trailer, quote, last week, and it is, quote, incredible. Said very impressive player count in-game. So we got a lot of interesting stuff there. We know that the game is going to be revealed in June, and we got some exciting things being said here, like the game is going to have epic scale, all-out warfare, game-changing destruction. It's going to be a true next-generation game. That's the marketing that we've been hearing from EA. Now, this is where it gets interesting, because in that same event, we're hearing some different dialogue that kind of contradicts a little bit of what's being said here as far as the next-generation experience. I got this information from DSOgaming.com. We read here that during EA's quarterly earnings call, EA CEO Andrew Wilson confirmed that Battlefield 2021/Battlefield 6 will be coming on both current gen and old gen platforms. The information has been kind of skewed here. During the first leaks and the first initial marketing of the game, they've really been pushing this as a next generation experience, which I'm sure in a lot of cases it is, but they really made a point to leave out the fact that it's going to be on old consoles as well, which in all honesty really disappoints me, because I just believe that with it being on old consoles, some people have the old Xbox Ones that date back to 2013. That hardware is just going to hold back the developers. They're just not going to be able to push the new hardware in the way that they want. I don't know. I'm not a developer, but I think I speak for everyone in the fact that we were wanting a Battlefield that was next gen, that was truly next gen, and turns out that's not the case. In this article, we also read that the game is going to be live service, quote unquote live service. We all know what that means. Andrew Wilson said that we're really excited about Battlefield. It's going to lead up to an incredible live service for the future. So really interesting stuff there. And it's also been confirmed that DICE is planning on putting out a mobile Battlefield game in 2022. So honestly, when I started making this video, I was planning on kind of hyping myself up a little bit and talking about some good news, but now I'm just kind of bumming myself out with all these recent leaks with the game. I don't know. Just to me, it just kind of screams bad news and just kind of red flags going up left and right here. With them focusing on the live service, I'm sure there's going to be a battle royale. There's nothing wrong with battle royales, but we just know how EA is. They're going for what's popular right now. No shame in that. They want to make money, but we kind of know the direction that that's taken them by having that be their motivations. That being said, we've seen a lot of cool stuff. Those screenshots look cool of what is supposed to be gameplay of the island and that rocket on the launch pad or whatever the heck you call it. Looks cool. I'm sure the game's going to be fun. I'm sure it's going to be great. It'll be interesting to see the 128 players and see how that is going to affect the gameplay. Sounds like we're going to be getting a reveal in June as well, so that's super exciting. So I definitely have my reservations. I think some of these leaks are disappointing, and I think there's red flags going up everywhere. We're going to see what the game is going to look like, and hopefully it turns out great. And I really hope we're going to get the same Battlefield experience we've been wanting for quite a few years now. So that's some information I just wanted to get out to you guys. That coupled with my opinion on everything, where I stand with Battlefield, and just kind of what the franchise means to me and how I feel about these leaks and just my perspective on everything and EA and DICE and just the franchise as a whole. So what do you guys think of this information that just dropped? Are you excited for Battlefield? Are you skeptical about it? Do you think that EA is going to turn this around and that they're going to make a Battlefield game that fans want and that we'll be excited to play again? Let me know in the comments, and thanks so much for watching this video. I have all the links to my sources in the description. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this whole video, guys, and I'll see you next time.